problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Jackson now hits his target. It's Adrian Peterson. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or two shy.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
19. Right here, right here. Check 31, check 9. Switch gears, switch gears. And let's go.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. Gets it to Gordon. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Weil, to kick it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And 5 yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Watson on 1st down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And he's taken down inside the 30. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
15 more yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Watson looks to throw again. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And the Vikings are in for the touchdown.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way.
They got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Dawson Knox, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Watson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Robbie Anderson, 75 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On second down now, it's Coleman, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Watson now to throw. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Well, these two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. And the Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was a Falcons victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in January of '99. Gary Anderson missed a field goal to potentially win it at the end of regulation, and then the Falcons would get the victory in OT 30-27, and they were off to the Super Bowl. This is Coleman with a grab. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now Watson, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. A loss of 2 there, second down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
That's the way. Check 3, check 3.
Back to throw, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, first and 10. Buying time to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, Maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And his throw here is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got that. He will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Adrian Peterson scoring a touchdown against his former mates as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gay is on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Vikings 17, Falcons 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson, room to run inside the 40. Jackson, always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A 10th carry now for Peterson. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Robbie Anderson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Being chased out left. And an alley to run. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Adrian Peterson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they are an extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. He will push his way down to about the 14. And he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Motion. Hey, 24. Motion man. Put your hand. Motion man. No. Check that. We're on Mike 52 right here.
To throw is Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure. And boy, did it pay off in this case.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This is taken around the 12.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start the drive with Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the
rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead.
He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards. Well, what do you think? Maybe got away with one? I mean, he's thrown 2 picks already. That looked pretty dangerous.
And it had a little hang time on it. So what he needs to do right now, hug it out a little bit with his guy. Because he went up and made a play on the football and kept him from potentially throwing that 3rd interception. There's some trust in there. There's also some hope.
Flushed out right. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw is Watson. Going to throw again. Going underneath, it's Coleman. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
He was brought down by Denzel Ward. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And here he'll get it down to the 7. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Steps away to his left. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to AP out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. In his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hey, 54! 52. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Where's the 52? 52's the mic. No chance. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Let's go. New mic, 54.
On first down, Watson eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Hey, pick your game up. Check 52. Check. Hey, 31. Go. Man. Me, I got this.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson, flush to his right. And he's going to go down again.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Hey, 59. 52's the mic, boys. 52. I'm here all day. 52's the mic.
Third and long. It's Watson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now it's Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Jackson now. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
I got you. Joker.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson flushed out right. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 49 yards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Falcons going to... use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
at the 3-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And he got it. The kick is good. The rookie in his first NFL game hits it as time expires. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Minnesota, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Time to bring the bass bird. So I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop fucking with the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
one up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up and look.